What up? It's Jimmy from Odds.com. This is a clip from our big NBA show. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on Odds.com. And we move on. 8 p.m. Eastern. Chicago Bulls, 15-18, 8-7 on the road at New Orleans Pelicans, 15-19, 10-7 at home. We're the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans, Louisiana. We have New Orleans opening up at 4.5, and I don't want to back New Orleans after they play spectacularly well and beat Utah and shoot out of their mind. But when I saw 4.5 and it was available at my book, which even at that point, this was, God, I don't know, 4 hours ago. Even at that point, all the other books had moved to 5, and my book still hadn't. Mine was sitting at 4.5 and -115. And I was like, you know what? I have to, and I've so far I've said this on the show too. I have to bet this at this point because I can take the other side. I've still yet to take the other side. I've still yet to go for a double this year, or a middle, I should say. But it was 4.5 and -115. I was like, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And I kind of like where New Orleans sits right now. They have the next 5 games at home, and there's the All-Star break in between, and this team needs to win and win now.
Right.
New coach this year. He's going to get bounced. These players, it's a good-looking squad, you know? So I moved on it, 4.5 and -115. And one of the things that we've done on this show is that what makes it very difficult for our experts is that Wham puts out the bet when he's on the show, and that puts you at a disadvantage. And maybe we should change that on game days. You should be able to lock it in before the show. We should change that. Let's change that. So if you want to get in early, it's 5.5 right now, but I got the 4.5 -115. Bulls pace last 5, 17th at 99.04 possessions a game. Pelicans pace last 5, 10th at 100.60 possessions a game. They square off for the second time this season. The Bulls won 129-116 in the last matchup on February 10th in Chicago. Levine went for 46 points. That also helps my cause. The Bulls have lost 2 straight. They're coming off a tough 118-112 loss at home to Denver on Monday night. Levine, who's about to play in his first All-Star game, went for 23 points, but was 1 for 8 from 3. And because he's got the All-Star game ahead of him, this isn't necessarily a spot where I'm thinking he shoots or has a big game after a tough game. That doesn't, because the All-Star break is right there. I don't know if that is the case. Also, we know what Lonzo and Bledsoe can do defensively.
Right.
For me, Wham, this front court doesn't seem to have a player rotation that they're comfortable with Markin and Porter and Hutchinson out of the lineup, and all 3 remain out of the lineup. I mean, Jokic destroyed Wendell Carter. Jokic went for 39 points, 14 boards, 9 assists. Kobe White led them in rebounding with 10. And they just don't seem to have the right rotation right now with Thaddeus Young coming in off the bench. I mean, with Wendell Carter getting destroyed, he only played 23 minutes. Williams was a -23 in that game. That was the worst. The second worst was Levine's -20, I believe. I don't have that in front of me. After 2 tight road losses at Milwaukee and at San Antonio, the Pelicans got a big 129-124 win at home over Utah. There was no fear of Gobert. And we talked about that at the beginning of the year. We talked with the ability to sort of have Steven Adams protect Zion Williamson or create a situation where Zion doesn't have to he has a big guy around him to allow him to play fearlessly.
Right.
And that's what happened. Zion, 26 points, 10 boards, 5 assists. Brandon Ingram, 23 points, 8 assists, 7 boards. JJ Redick went for 17 off the bench at 3 of 4 from 3. He was shooting under 30% from 3 earlier. He's now up to 37%. He's starting to get comfortable. Healthy group, 5 consecutive home games sandwiched around the All-Star break, capable of going on a run. And I also want Redick props. He knows the All-Star break is right around the corner. He's going to have a little break. He's not had a very good year. So I'm interested in Redick props, and I'm already on the Pelicans -4.5, -115. Wham, take it away. Bulls, Pelicans.
Yeah, I'm seeing that you are on the Pelicans. It just made me like, wait a second, because all the numbers that I'm looking at was kind of giving me towards the Bulls. So I do understand what you're saying. getting that right number on the Bulls may be something that's going to bring more value into the bet. I think that is the way to take an approach on this game. Now, the Bulls have covered 6 of their last opponents in the South West division. So as far as this division that the Pelicans are in, when it comes in this, they kind of did some really good things there. As far as on the road, the last 16 games, they covered 12 of those games on the road, the Bulls have. But what you're saying is so true, bro. Like, as far as this Bulls team, you don't know where you're going to get the offense or who's going to orchestrate the offense. The last 2 weeks, the leading leader in assists here is, a drum roll, please, is Thaddeus Young at 4.8. 7 games. The last 7 games, he's the leading assist guy. Like, he's a leading defensive guy as far as 1.5 steals there, but I don't expect him to be like the guy that's going to create the offense or anything. Now, he is posting up, so that may be something Billy Donovan is doing. I haven't really been watching their games locked in like I normally do on a lot of other teams. But as I was watching him earlier on, he was one of those main guys that brings on, a lot of the intensity on towards the offense when they're finding out they're like a little lackadaisical. Otto Porter is being out. It's kind of been a bad, and Laurie being out. So that's the reason why I haven't been back in the Bulls. As far as this spot here, I can understand taking the Pelicans, even though the numbers, like I said, didn't really add up towards the Pelicans. But still, like, as far as them being a favorite, they're not that good. So that, like you said, with them being favorite right now, I think they're 1-5 their last 6 games as a favorite. That's not a good look right there. But as far as this Pelican team, I just like the way Lonzo's been playing, as far as what he's been doing confidently this year in general, in 2021 this year exactly. He's been pretty confident. I do like this team to still continue to have like a great mismatch in this lineup here. Even though Wendell Carter Jr. does give us some paint rim protection here, I just think that this is a good spot for the Pelicans. But I'm just a little bit scared to pull it just because, Chicago could play really good defense the last 3 games. They're ranked number 1 and fewest opponents 3-pointers, and ranked number 4th in 3-point percentage in the last 3 games, that allowing opponents at 32% from the 3. So if you could really stop this team from scoring threes, that's kind of not really their game here. But just that alone kind of made me kind of stay away from it just for that time being. But, if we're getting a good number here, I believe JJ Redick is questionable, if I'm not mistaken. If you're getting a good number on the Pelicans here, that isn't like 5-6. I think we could get that 4.5 is a good number. I'm not going to get it though, so I'm not even going to act like I got a chance at that. So if I could get that, I probably would jump on it though with you, bro.
Yeah, I knew I would get an option of middling, and we'll see what that ends up at. But I didn't have JJ. Let me see. I didn't have JJ as an injury questionable.
Let me double check, because I try to check before I hop on with you.
Yeah, I have them as healthy squad. Okay. But
cool.
I'll look. The 2 sites I have don't have him listed, but
no, okay. So I have him available to play on Monday. So maybe it was maybe something I was looking at was a little stale.
From a few days ago.
Yeah. Most like it probably was stale. My apologies.
I do not want any basketball team, after beating the best team in the league and shooting out of their minds. What did they shoot? Sorry, I had it in that Jazz breakdown. They shot 56.5% from the field, 63.6% from 3. Look, I don't want the Pelicans under that situation at all. But I just knew that I could take at least a bit of advantage of the market. And look, I don't expect it to go to 7.5. But if it did, it'd be an easy middle. If it went to 7, it'd be a middle I would take as well.
Right. Because they're not going to win by double digits. I don't think they're going to win by double digits, but the 5 is a key number, man, especially when it comes to crunch time. You're up by that's a key number, man. So 4.5 that's what I'm saying. Like, you got a good spot right there.
And I would like JJ coming in off the bench and hitting a couple daggers. He's been so quiet all year long, and we know what he can do here. Very, very interesting spot. And I'm on the Pelicans -4.5 and -115. Wham, any move for you here?
Nah, if I was to go anything, I would try to take the Pelicans, but I want to get them at that number too, bro. So I'm a little jealous, so I'm gonna stay away from it.
I hear you.